I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I came up with an intro yet.
I know, we're gonna have to figure one out.
All right. Anyways,
Yo, ho.
first one, first take. Hair's looking crazy. Everything's looking crazy. I was up till 5 a.m. last night. Then went to work at 10. We'll get into that in a second. But this is the Wholetmetalk podcast.
I'm Mya.
I'm Xavier, otherwise known as X. You know, got the two dogs with us.
Nyla.
And Bella, who's not
the belly.
in the shot, I believe. But she's here. And this is the first podcast that this one has been asking for years.
My flowers.
For me to do.
Thank you. Where are they?
She's been wanting me to tell all my crazy stories, put them in a podcast, tell our stories, and that's why we're doing this. That way you guys can get my point of view and, you know, just hear my wild stuff, but also get her point of view and how she saw me acting wild. So we've been trying to plan this now for
at least
since 2020.
At least 4 or 5 years.
Probably since 2020. She's been asking me to do this, and I finally caved, and I'm gonna do it. So, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with it. But yeah. So
2025. What is it? The what of January? 11th of January.
Yep.
New Year, same old shit. No.
Nah.
Hopefully no.
No. New Year, new us, better things to come. You know, we got a lot of plans in store for 2025. This, for example, you know, I also have my TikTok page, which hopefully prayers will not get shut down right away. But, you know, I'm still going to be posting on Instagram too. My workouts, my road to losing 25 pounds. Right now, that's the goal. I'm going to try to hit that.
He should just transfer it to me because I want 25 pounds. So
yeah, and I'm seriously trying to lose 25 pounds. Can't be looking like a little meatball up here. But, you know.
And if you know, like, 2016 X, he has the potential to look great.
Oh, 2016 X was a different monster. Honestly, that was my prime.
I know.
For being honest with it. Which is sad to say that I peaked so early.
That's fine because I'm 24 and getting my first round of acne. Don't know why. My doctor said that women go through second puberty. I didn't have acne going through my whole life. Getting my first period, so.
I don't think I had my first puberty. I'm still kind of short.
So you peak then, I'm peaking now.
Yeah.
Get what you get. You don't get upset, I guess.
It's not fun. But here we are. So, you know, 2025, like I said, we got some big plans. What are some of your goals that you're trying to hit through 2025?
So, obviously nobody knows, but I work with kids in emotional support, special ed. I get cursed out and beat up for fun, which ties greatly into who I was growing up. So I'm just technically like repaying society. Going based off that, I've been doing that 5 years. I think I'm going to finally go back to school. I want to be a BCBA, which is a board certified behavioral analysis. That will hopefully be kicking off in like the next 2 months. That's probably my biggest plan. And getting over my anxiety of traveling. I don't like to be places that are not like my own space, my own house. It freaks me out packing, thinking I'm going to forget something or not be comfortable. And I just want to go places, like even if it's not outside of the States. The more comfortable I get doing that, the more comfortable I'll be, like, to see stuff. And you only live once. So, like, I don't want to just see the Amish my whole life. So
Amish?
Amish.
Right. But anyway, that's why I'm her best friend, because I make her get out of her comfort zones.
I agree.
And that's why she has a love-hate relationship with me.
I agree.
Most of the time, hate. But, you know, we're good. But, yeah, we got some good goals coming up.
And what are yours outside of losing your weight?
Oh, outside losing my weight, you know, just the same generic stuff. I'm trying to save money, hopefully buy a home here by summertime. Prayers. But, you know, that's a long-term goal for me. And then, you know, obviously this was one of them. This was one of my goals, starting this. And just continuing what I do, like as I do right now. I'm do car sales, so hopefully that goes up. Trying to start hitting more sale marks and just do better. just
better.
Just in life. But yeah, just we all gotta just keep pushing along.
I'm at that point where like I'm getting really hard on myself because 25 is like feels like around the corner, even though it's not, because I just turned 24 in December. He just turned 24 this month. But for me, it's like
Second.
right in my face, and I just want so much more for myself. Even though I know people hit goals later, just like the going to school thing. Some people already have their degrees, but I'm very like, well, I'm ADHD, so I have to like create my own timeline or it just won't work. So I agree. Just doing better. I have like big goals that I'm like, I want this done by 30.
Yeah. I'm trying to slow down a lot, trying to cut back on the heavy partying, which as we talk on this, you guys will hear a lot about in great detail from her perspective. I was blacked out for most of it. But that's also what I'm trying to do to help cut weight, save money, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll even get a girlfriend. Who knows? It's been about 5 years.
Don't give out hope, X.
Yeah, I'm not.
I just finally got one after.
Secretly, that's why I started a podcast. So no,
hit him up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm single. Short though. It's cool.
Short kings deserve love too.
Yeah,
Tall kings be not it. So.
Just for the record, her boyfriend's like 6 foot. But
6'4", but like that doesn't count.
It's crazy.
It doesn't count. And he will testify to the fact that when we first started talking, I literally told him like, I thought you were gonna break my heart. I thought he was like a super player. And so the same way that they get a bad rep, I think short kings get a bad rep.
Yeah.
And X is a crazy partier, but like,
true.
He's a hopeless romantic. Hopeless. When he actually settles down, it's like, ugh, nauseating. I'm like, oh my god, you're so in love. So he's worth it. And for you that don't know, X and I are a third generation of friends. So our grandparents were friends when they lived in New York together. Then they moved down here, and my uncles and aunts and his aunts and everybody were friends. And so now it's us. So we've known each other all 24 years of this existence.
Yeah. It's been a hell of a ride. There's been times we've hated each other.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't get along, yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't say hated.
Nah, hate's a strong word. You're right. But, it's just, yeah, it's one of those friendships where it's like, can't get away.
Definitely can't.
Even if I wanted to.
Definitely can't. And now that our frontal lobe is developing, I feel like
I tried.
We talk stuff out a lot more. So now we're really stuck.
Yeah. I think some of the things like I'm most happy about going into this year is I'm leaving a lot of stuff behind in like the past. Like
Makes two of us.
Like the old me, I'm so happy. Like I'm not the same person I was back in 2020 up until like now, because like I was just doing the most. I was drinking like almost every day. I was partying almost every day. I was talking to like everyone. It seemed like, and it was just not good. And now I'm like happy that like I'm past that. I feel like I'm past that stage in my life.
I think so.
And I feel like I've done a lot growing to get to this point, because I had a lot of mistakes. More than I probably should have had.
I wish there was a bigger word for a lot.
All right. So, grande. But, But yeah, I'm just happy to
None of them were detrimental though.
That's true.
It's not like I had to like bail you out or anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, knock on wood. Never been arrested.
I think it was like a
close a couple times. But.
Like learning curves, growing pains.
Yeah.
Whereas I got into like a partying moment, obviously, when I like lost some very important people, but I just feel like I was more toxic. Like I I fought a lot. I did not have a nice mouth. Don't think I was very nice to people. I laugh about it not because it's funny, just because it's like embarrassing when I think about that. I was involved in toxic stuff with toxic people. Been to therapy. Now I'm medicated. I left smoking in 2024. I don't think anybody would assume I would never be a smoker. I didn't.
Yeah, honestly, that was like the biggest shock for me. Was when she was like, "Yeah, I don't smoke anymore." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
First off, I don't smoke. I'm a drinker, but for her to say she wasn't smoking, like she would. Every time I seen her, she was basically smoking. I was like, oh, "Okay."
I didn't. I wasn't big into drinking because I didn't. I couldn't stand having hangovers the next day. I'm like this big, height and weight wise, so like I would get messed up very quickly, and then before I knew it, I had like very little control of like walking. So it wasn't really my jam. I've learned how to like handle myself better, but I was smoking all the time. I was smoking when I was drinking. I was smoking when I was waking up. So I never thought I'd give that up, but I did. That's probably what I'm like proudest about. Come on.
Oh,
Yo, come on, come on, come on. You can't be doing this. Ruining the podcast.
brief intermission.
Sorry about that. It's not even a technical difficulty. It's a child difficulty. Stop. I'm glad about people that I've left in 2024.
Thank God. No shots. Like,
I'm just
no
kidding.
shots,
I'm just
no
kidding.
shots.
He gets to say that because he saw it all. And just like managing like my boundaries and other people's boundaries and stuff better. That's really it. I've always kind of been a hermit. I think I was gonna say I think I'm better at not being a hermit, but I would disagree. I think I'm still just as much of a hermit, but I at least keep in touch with people now
A
because
little bit more.
I realize that it's beneficial to friendships to let people know that you give a crap.
Or that
So,
you're like still alive.
yeah.
But yeah, But I mean, like on the other side of things, like I experienced a lot in 2024. Like a lot. I went to my first ever EDM concerts. I went to Forbidden Kingdom. I went to Elements. Those were two of like the greatest times of my life so far.
You won't catch me at one of those. Like I said, anxiety.
She doesn't like the music and like all the people around her. She can't handle that. But like for me, I was in like heaven because I'm a yapper. I be talking to a lot of people, and in elementary school they used to call me a social butterfly.
X
You
can
know,
also like form a friendship with somebody like this. Like, and even if they're not like great best friends till the end of time, like he can get along with somebody for like a 4-day weekend or exchange numbers with somebody. He's just like a personable person. He's like fun and like I'm like a deep thinker, conspiracy theorist, blah, blah, blah. So I don't do well with small talk. Like I don't want to talk about how the weather is. Talk to me
man,
about your soul
a little
or
cold
don't
outside.
talk at
Oh.
all. It's freezing outside.
Yeah, but like I think that's kind of why we have the jobs that we have.
I agree.
Like me, I have to deal with people every day, and sometimes, people don't ask the best questions to me, or I don't know, they're not like the most interesting people in the world to talk to, but I still have to create conversations, be personable, and I still have to just be me.
He's trying to sell something, and if that means himself, then
Like, yeah,
not actually, but like actually.
like getting down to it, maybe. There's been a couple times I thought about it. That was when I was struggling. All right, that was when I was living in Florida for a bit. But like I said, we're gonna get there throughout all this.
I'm actually proud of X. I'm surprised he didn't like start an OnlyFans or something. I joke all the time. It's hard to have morals in our generation when people are making fast cash, and like that's no judgment. Like, do your freaking thing. Literally do it and do it well because you're making bank off of it. I just like can't.
Just wait till my abs come back in.
I can't do it. And so for X, someone that like doesn't care about that kind of stuff, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten us all rich by now.
Yeah. Just wait for me to lose weight. But now, yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like thankful for finally getting to this point and finally like starting this up.
I don't worry about you as much now, which is a good feeling.
Well, that's
So I
good.
know what you mean.
That's good. Yeah, I was a little worried. Oh, for myself there.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Man,
What a time.
did not think I'd run out of stuff to say so quick. It's
We're not
different.
out of stuff to say.
It's different in front of a camera.
I think it's because we're trying to follow a script. If we were just talking, we would go for 6 hours. But because we're trying to
Yeah, that's true shit.
give them like little bullet points and like stick to something so that it has like a topic.
I know, like I'm not just trying to be like, yeah, like, oh wait, yeah, I do have a story. Remembered it. 5 a.m. Last night, me and a couple of my friends, we decided after the Texas game. I'm not saying the Ohio State game. I'm a Penn State fan, still a little salty. But after the Texas game, we decided to go hit the casino. I won $1,000.
And you would think that it would stop there, right? Because when you're up a good winning, you take what you get and you leave. Beggars can't be choosers.
Mind you, I was
But
up
no.
$1,000 only after putting in like probably $100. So that's a nice come up.
No, you don't just take what you get.
The casino won the money back
Is the moral of the story.
by 5 a.m. I got there at 11. So I was there for a little. It was snowing, you know. I was with all the guys, and like we were like, oh, like let's wait for the snow to die down, and like
And
you
we'll
know,
kill our pockets while we're at it.
one more hand won't hurt. It hurt. I don't really know what else to say about that. But you know, it made for like I had fun with my friends. I had fun with
and
my
now
friends.
he has a story.
I
to
have
tell,
no
so.
regrets from it. I have some regrets from it. I wish I kept a little bit of money, but it is what it is. Money comes and goes, but I'm gonna have those memories for forever, hopefully, as long as my mind stays intact. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, God. It'll stay intact.
Yeah, you know. Yo.
Sorry, younger siblings.
We had a guest. But yeah.
My story of the day is that last Thursday I was at work and I had to hang now. And it kept getting snagged on everything. And so I couldn't wait until I got home to handle the hangnail. I just bit it off. There's so much bacteria in one's mouth. I thought if I just wash my hands, like obviously I'm washing my hands, it'll be fine. So then I wake up on Tuesday, I go the whole weekend, everything's cool. Wake up on Tuesday, it's kind of like has a little pulse. I'm like, that's weird. Let it go. Wednesday, not any better. Kind of getting red. Thursday, it's red and swollen. Yesterday, I couldn't even like hold my hand normal because the pressure was hurting it. I woke up today, it's like I've grown, it looks like I grew an extra finger and it's kind of like yellow green. So basically I got an infection from biting my own hangnail. So just don't do that. Had to go get it like drained and everything. Yeah. Not as cool of a story as yours, but and I'm not even gonna. I can't even say like, oh, but I have the memories because that's really dramatic.
No, it's a lot more gross.
That's dramatic for my freaking finger to do that. That's so extra over a hangnail. That's all I really got, unless I tell stories from work, which those are stories from work.
I got you.
They're good stories. They're just repetitive.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our stories are gonna be repetitive. It's all mainly gonna end with me blacked out. So
it's the plot in the middle that counts.
Yeah, like stripper X moments.
That's why I said I'm really proud of you. You have yet to sell yourself.
It's close.
That wasn't even for money.
No, that was just.
I think if you were doing it for money, you would have.
I watched Magic Mike earlier today, and just drunk me thought, well, it was Magic Mike. You know? Like I said, we got some things. got some things.
Some of them have video evidence.
Yeah. But
they're not gonna make it onto the podcast. But I'm just saying.
Some might.
what's appropriate, I think. We have
None
to
of it's
like
appropriate, but it's
0% of it is
it might.
appropriate. But the point is that this should be for adults, this podcast. So like watch at your own discretion, I feel like.
Yeah, we probably should be putting like a rated R.
Like if you're younger than 18, turn this off. Turn it off.
Or leave it on. Learn from my mistakes. Don't get caught doing what I did.
No, see? No.
I think that's the best
can't
idea
promote
to
that.
take
It
to
has to be for older people because just no. Like Sincere doesn't even know. Sincere's my brother. He's 17. He doesn't even know all of our stories yet because I'm like,
Well, that's good.
let your brain form. He knows good ones that like, don't do this, please. It's a funny story, but don't do it. But other than that, I'm like, just wait. Come ask me again when you're 18. And he always thinks I'm playing him, but like,
Nah.
I'm being a responsible adult.
See, definitely should have waited a lot more because I feel like my 20s would have been way more fun and I would not feel like an old man.
Yeah, and I think that's where we were opposite. I didn't do like any partying in high school. Literally none. Like we talked about, I was a smoker.
Rager.
I was a smoker. So I would just be like hanging in groups of people smoking, games, whatever.
We actually had a thing called Big Bangers when I was a senior.
Like
and those
what
were just,
the freak is
those
going
are
on?
just house parties.
And so then when I turned 21, my best friend and my cousin passed away. And X was like, you need to live. And I was like, I need to live. Because they were young passaways, obviously. And I was like, I can't die, boring. And that's when I like lived my best life in your basement.
Yep.
And up at KU with our dear friend that goes to school there. And I feel like I got it out of my system. But like it was fun at that age because I hadn't done it.
Yep. And you guys are going to hear a lot of stories about the basement. That's what it's called.
It's not the this basement.
No, it's
this
not.
Is my basement.
This is a quiet basement. My basement, that's the basement. That's where
what goes on in the basement stays in the basement.
Yeah.
Except obviously not now. But
well, it's still gonna stay in the basement because for personal reasons, we are not disclosing names
for
of
legal
anybody.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's dead serious, but we'll only be naming each other because
no, you guys will think
legalities.
You guys will probably think I should have been in jail. No, all right, maybe not. Maybe on a watch list, but
you weren't doing anything that was like detrimental to anybody else. Yourself,
no, you guys will definitely wonder why I'm talking about this and who let me talk.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Hence the name. But yeah, guys, this has been the introduction of our podcast, and can't wait to tell you guys the rest about what goes on in our crazy lives.
And let us know anything, suggestions, what you want to know more of. I guess.
Also, criticize us.
Definitely criticize us.
Give me tips. Because as of right now, it's just 2 people and a camera. That sounded weird. But it's 2 people,
the dogs are
some
here.
Dogs,
thank you,
a camera, and some microphones.
Fluffy bunny mics.
Don't touch your mic. You're going to make it sound weird. All right. But, seriously, give us criticism. But nice
like constructive criticism.
Don't just be a douche. Excuse my language. But don't just hate to hate.
Constructive. I do well with constructive criticism. But yeah, suggestions.
People be haters. Haters because they ain't us.
Exactly that.
Yep. Motherfucker peanut butter and jealous.
I've been dealing with this for 24 years.
Got KY jelly on there. I'm not finished the rest of it. If you guys seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
What do people like, comment, and subscribe?
Don't forget, click that follow button.
Peace.